Your morning routine might be destroying your bones, and you don't even know it. If you're over 60, what you eat for breakfast could be the difference between strong, healthy bones and a future filled with fractures and osteoporosis. 7 common breakfast foods that millions of seniors eat every day are silently robbing your skeleton of its strength. I'm about to reveal these bone-weakening breakfast culprits backed by scientific research and show you exactly what to eat instead to rebuild and protect your bones at any age. But before we dive in, if you're serious about your health after 60, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We share evidence-based health tips specifically designed for seniors every week. Let's get started. Number 1. Orange juice. This might surprise you because you've probably been told that calcium-fortified orange juice is good for your bones. While fortified orange juice does contain added calcium, there's a hidden problem most doctors won't tell you about. A single 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains approximately 21 grams of sugar. That's more than 5 teaspoons hitting your bloodstream first thing in the morning. Research published in Osteoporosis International found that high sugar intake creates an inflammatory response that directly interferes with calcium absorption. When you consume orange juice without fiber, fat, or protein to slow absorption, you create a massive blood sugar spike. This triggers cortisol release, a stress hormone that pulls calcium out of your bones and increases calcium excretion through urine. A National Institutes of Health study showed that postmenopausal women who consumed high amounts of added sugars had significantly excited lower bone mineral density at the hip and lumbar spine. The better alternative, instead of juice, eat the whole orange. You get fiber that slows sugar absorption, plus 60 milligrams of calcium and vitamin C, which enhances calcium absorption. Add a handful of almonds for calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats that support bone health. Number 2, white bread and refined grain products. Your morning toast might be convenient, but it's a disaster for bone health. White bread has been stripped of nearly all nutrients during processing, and what happens in your body after you eat it is the real problem. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows refined grains trigger inflammation that activates osteoclasts, cells that break down bone tissue faster than your body can rebuild it. The Framingham Osteoporosis study found that people who consumed the most refined grains had significantly lower bone mineral density and higher fracture rates compared to whole grain eaters. White bread has a high glycemic index, causing rapid blood sugar spikes. These repeated spikes contribute to advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which literally age your bones from the inside out. The better alternative, switch to 100% whole grain bread or sprouted grain bread. These contain B vitamins, magnesium, and phosphorus, essential for bone formation. Try whole grain sourdough, as fermentation breaks down phytic acid that interferes with calcium absorption. Top with mashed avocado for healthy fats and vitamin K2. Number 3. Instant oatmeal. Oatmeal can be healthy, but convenient instant oatmeal packets are a different story. Flavored instant oatmeal contains shocking amounts of added sugar. Some varieties pack up to 12 grams per serving. That's nearly 3 teaspoons disguised as a healthy breakfast. Research from the Journal of Nutrition found that repeated blood sugar spikes from high-sugar breakfasts lead to insulin resistance. Here's the bone connection. Insulin resistance is associated with increased fracture risk, even in people with normal bone density. A study in Bone Journal examined over 1,200 postmenopausal women and found those with higher insulin resistance had a 40% increased risk of fractures, regardless of bone mineral density. The better alternative, choose steel-cut oats or old-fashioned rolled oats. Cook them with milk or fortified plant milk to add calcium, then top with walnuts, chia seeds, and berries. This gives you slow-releasing carbohydrates, omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, magnesium, and boronol, essential for bone strength after 60. Pro tip, prepare overnight oats by soaking old-fashioned oats in milk with chia seeds the night before. Number 4. Bacon and processed meats. I know this is tough because who doesn't love bacon, but your bones are paying a heavy price for those crispy strips. 2 slices of bacon contain approximately 400 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat more than 2 slices. Research published in Scientific Reports found that high sodium intake is directly associated with increased calcium excretion through urine. Here's how it works. Your kidneys regulate both sodium and calcium levels. When you consume excess sodium, your kidneys must excrete it. For every 2,300 milligrams of sodium eliminated, they also flush out approximately 40 milligrams of calcium. The National Osteoporosis Foundation states that high-salt foods cause your body to lose calcium and lead to bone loss. A longitudinal study found postmenopausal women with high sodium intake experienced accelerated bone loss at the hip over just 2 years. The better alternative: choose eggs for a savory, protein-rich breakfast. Eggs contain vitamin D, vitamin K2, and proteinol essential for bone health. Pair with smoked salmon for omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, or have a Greek yogurt parfait with nuts and seeds. Number 5. Coffee on an empty stomach. Coffee itself isn't necessarily bad for bones, but drinking it first thing in the morning before eating creates serious problems. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that caffeine interferes with calcium absorption in 2 ways. It reduces calcium absorption in your intestines and increases calcium excretion through urine. University of South Australia study found that high caffeine doses 3 to 4 cups within 6 hours almost doubled calcium loss through urine. This effect was more pronounced when coffee was consumed on an empty stomach. Research in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research showed postmenopausal women who consumed more than 300 milligrams of caffeine daily about 3 cups experienced accelerated bone loss at the spine, especially with inadequate calcium intake. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach also spikes cortisol levels. Elevated cortisol triggers bone breakdown and inhibits bone formation. The better alternative: never drink coffee on an empty stomach. Always have coffee with or after a calcium-rich breakfast. Add milk or calcium-fortified plant milk. This provides extra calcium and helps offset caffeine's calcium-depleting effects. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 cups in the morning and ensure you're meeting daily calcium requirements of 1,200 milligrams for women over 50 and men over 70. Number 6. Sugary breakfast cereals. This includes most commercial cereals, even those marketed as healthy or fortified with vitamins. The average bowl of sweetened cereal contains 12 to 18 grams of sugar, up to 4.5 teaspoons per serving. A comprehensive review in Nutrients Journal found that high sugar consumption triggers chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation activates osteoclasts that break down bone tissue while inhibiting osteoblasts that build new bone. Tufts University research showed people who consumed the most added sugars had significantly lower bone mineral density and greater risk for osteoporotic fractures. The sugar in cereals combines with proteins in your body to form advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds make your bones more brittle by cross-linking collagen fibers, making them stiff and fragile instead of flexible and strong. The better alternative: choose unsweetened cereals with at least 3 grams of fiber per serving. Look for plain shredded wheat, unsweetened bran flakes, or plain Cheerios. Add ground flax seeds for omega-3, South almonds for calcium and magnesium, and a few berries for antioxidants. Serve with full-fat Greek yogurt instead of regular milk for extra protein and probiotics. Number 7. Margarine and trans fat spreads. This is perhaps the most insidious bone-weakening food, because many people still believe margarine is healthier than butter. Many margarines contain trans fats from partially hydrogenated oils. Even if the label says 0 grams trans fat, manufacturers can claim 0 trans fat if a serving contains less than 0.5 grams, but those small amounts add up quickly. Research published in Osteoporosis International found that trans fats significantly impair bone health by interfering with vitamin K2 metabolism. Vitamin K2 is absolutely essential for directing calcium into your bones and keeping it out of your arteries. A Netherlands study examined over 500 postmenopausal women and found those with highest trans fat intake had significantly lower bone mineral density at the hip and spine. Trans fats promote inflammation throughout your body, and this chronic inflammation accelerates bone loss by activating bone-breaking osteoclasts, while suppressing bone-building osteoblasts. Trans fats also damage cell membranes, making it harder for bones to absorb and utilize calcium and other nutrients. The better alternative: choose real butter from grass-fed cows in moderation. Grass-fed butter contains vitamin K2, essential for bone health. Even better, use mashed avocado as a spread. Avocados provide heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, vitamin K, and boron, a trace mineral that helps your body metabolize calcium more effectively. Conclusion: there you have it, the 7 breakfast foods silently weakening your bones after 60. Let us recap what to avoid and what to eat instead. Avoid: 1. Orange juice gives eat whole oranges with almonds. 2. White bread gives EAT, 100% whole grain or sourdough bread. 3. Instant oatmeal gives eat steel cut or old-fashioned oats with nuts and seeds. 4. Bacon gives eat eggs with salmon or Greek yogurt. 5. Coffee on empty stomach gives eat coffee with or after a calcium-rich breakfast. 6. Sugary cereals gives eat unsweetened cereals with yogurt and nuts. 7. Margarine gives eat real butter, avocado, or olive oil. Remember, your bones are living tissue constantly breaking down and rebuilding. Every breakfast choice you make either supports that rebuilding process or undermines it. The good news: it's never too late to start making better choices. Your bone density can improve at any age with the right nutrition and lifestyle changes. Studies show postmenopausal women who improve their diet and increase weight-bearing exercise can actually increase their bone mineral density, even in their 70s and 80s. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone over 60 who deserves to maintain strong, healthy bones for life. Do you and forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our evidence-based health tips for seniors. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these breakfast foods surprised you the most. I read every single comment. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.